In this video, I'm going to show you how to create perfect Amapiano drums. What's up guys, and welcome back to yet another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a simple Amapiano beat in our studio for beginners. So I hope you enjoy it. In this video, I'm going to use the Amapiano Paradise Drum Kit. It isn't finished yet, but I'm just going to check it out already. So first, let's start off with a shaker loop. So let's use this one. And then we're gonna adjust the BPM to 113. So first I want to start off creating a simple drum loop. So normally I'm starting off with the melody, but in this case, just start off with drums. So first I'm gonna select a kick. So I'm gonna use this one. And then let's select a tom. So let's select this one and this one. So first in Amapiano, we're gonna just create that simple 4x4 kick loop. Like this. In this case, just start off making it 4 bars. So it has 4 bars. And right now I'm going to start off with tom 24. So right now let's start off by adding the typical Amapiano rhythm. So we're just starting off at the kick right here. And then let's play around with the volume to add some more groove to this drum loop. Like this. You could also play around with the pitch. So right now it's a G sharp. Right now it sounds just too flat, so we want to switch it up. So it should be something like this. So we're starting off like this. So that already sounds pretty cool. So let's add the second layer, which is tom 16. And right now we have to make sure we're adding some more rhythm and groove to this drum loop. So let's layer it with the second one. So we're just going to keep it interesting. And then create something right here. Play around with the velocity. So that could be it. So again, we're just pitching the sample. So this is the final layer. So that's it, just very simple. So right now, let's add a simple chord progression. So I love to use the Arturia Stage 73 version 2. We could just start off with this one. So I want to give this beat more emotional or happy feeling. So I want to select a scale. So let's use a minor and a natural scale. And this is the easiest way how to start building a simple chord progression. So this is the root note, which is A. So just draw in this note right here, A. And then we're going to create a simple minor chord progression. So 1, 2, 3, which is C. So this is the first note, and then 3, 4, 5. Let's skip this one and pick the next note. So this one sounds way too flat. And then we're going to add that 7th chord, which is this note right here, which is a G, but 1 octave higher. Normally you hear those chords in a lot of those Amapiano beats, so this is just the easiest way how to start building this chord. And right now, just copy the whole thing, and then we're going to pick the next root note. And in this case, it's E. And we want to use E and F. So first we're going to pick E and then F. And this creates kind of a dark vibe or feeling to this chord progression. So let's start off with E. And this one already fits the scale, so we don't have to adjust anything. So let's have a listen. So you can already hear what I'm talking about. So let's copy this one again. And then we're going to select F. And as you can see right now, not all the notes fit the scale. So I have to adjust this G sharp or G to just A, also to E. Let's have a listen. Oh. And of course, we want to create something which goes downwards right here. Just pick D, which seems very logic. As you can see, like this, just so easy to create a chord progression. Alright, now let's select this one, move this up, and then we're going to draw in the root notes, which we've already used it, so E, F, and D. So right now select this one, and right now we're gonna switch around the position of this chord progression like this. So in Amapiano, make sure to switch it up, otherwise it sounds way too flat and simple. So right now it sounds like this. Adding a lot of groove. So I adjusted this one a little bit. Played around with the strumizer by pressing Option S. And as you can see right now, you could adjust it. So right now it sounds like this. So when it comes to those chord progressions, make sure to adjust the velocity of the notes which you want to come through. So I've adjusted some of the volumes of some of the notes manually because I want them just to be more present. You just want to select them like this. And right now you could manually adjust the volume of some individual notes. So right now let's add some more drums. So right now let's add some more toms. So toms. So let's use this one. Maybe just right here. So that's it. Oh, now let's add some more percussions which contain more high frequencies to make it sound like a full drum loop. So let's use this clave 2, this one. So let's zoom in a little bit. Sounds way too simple. So we're gonna make sure this one sounds a little bit offbeat. So you always want to make sure it sounds a little bit humanized. So right now, maybe play around with the pitch. And then of course randomize it. Bipolar. Maybe deselect it. That sounds perfect. So right now just add another layer, and I think this one has to be a snare or a rim. But first let's check out the rims. I've added some really cool new ones. So let's use this one. And then just open up the envelope and play around with the attack time. And I found out using this trick, you can add way more groove to this drum loop. So right now let's draw this one in. And I think it has to start right here and then quantize it. With the key. Oh. Maybe let's layer this one, clone it. Now I'm gonna add this second layer. Then maybe add one right here and then reduce the volume of this one. Alright, now just let's add another tom, but just keep it very simple. So let's pick a djembit, this one. So I want to use this short one. Just gonna leave it this way. So right now, I think that's it when it comes to the drum loop. And right now, let's add some more layers. So I'm gonna use 3 OSC. We're just gonna add a simple sub bass. You could also use the E flute. I like to use this one, with just a simple sine. And then we could just copy these rose notes. And as you can see, it's so simple to add more layers if you've built the chord progression like this. And then 1 octave lower. Just extend these notes. So that sounds pretty cool. And right now let's add some orchestral layers or something. So I'm gonna use contact, and maybe let's use some strings in the background. Make sure they follow the exact same chords. So let's use the strings 2. You could also use strings from Expand or Purity, it doesn't matter that much. So let's use those ones. Paste them into this one, 1 octave higher. And maybe just, let's start off right here, just to keep it a little bit more interesting. Otherwise it's getting maybe a little bit too repetitive. So I think those go perfect together. All right, now let's add the log drum from the X10. So this is just the Fruity stock plugin, and I've added some more log drum presets to the sample pack. So I've also added samples, so 29 log drum samples, which I've recorded. And I've also added a lot of presets. So for example, let's pick this one. This one sounds cool. So now let's start off at the root notes. We're going to just keep it simple for this tutorial for you as a beginner. So just start off with the root note. And then make sure you crank up the volume. And then you want to keep it interesting. So this log drum loop sounds simple yet. So we want to switch it up right here. So you select half a step, and we're going to create a roll, which I like to use in Amapiano. And then just manually adjust it like this. So right now it sounds like this. We could just double up this one. In Amapiano, most of the times you're just playing around with the pitch 1 octave. So for example, command arrow up, pitch it at 1 octave. So right now the log drum sounds like this. So let's disable this one, strings, and we're gonna add another layer, and we're gonna use a layer from Purity. And I'm not gonna pick a sound which is very regular Amapiano, so let's pick one of the first ones, just this one, first one we just select, and then just draw in the root note again. One octave higher. We call this one brass, like this. So maybe pick another log drum preset. This one goes perfect together. As you can see, we're not using that much elements, so it can be very simple when building one of your first Amapiano beats. Don't make it too complicated. So right now you could open up the arrangement and then select pattern 1, left mouse button, and then select split by channel. You could remove this one and then just drag in all the elements. So those are the drums. This is the shaker. I'm going to switch it up later on. And right now we're going to start building the arrangement. So I think I'm going to add the strings in the main part. And first you just want to make sure the drums are playing. So first just 8 bars the drums, then the keys are coming in and the brass. Maybe add a filter on the brass. So by using a filter you keep it interesting. So we could create a build-up which repeats itself after 8 bars. So for example, let's use, or in this case, I'm going to use the Pro Q3. You could also use the Fruity stock plugin. You could do exactly the same. You create a high cut like this, which starts somewhere right here, and then you automate it. So less tweaked, and then select audio clip. So right now we've created an audio clip which lasts the whole playlist. We don't need to do that. And right now just put it under the brass. So right now it's building up every time it comes in. Maybe remove some of the high frequency, so right now it sounds like this. key sounds way too dry. So still the arrangement sounds way too simple. I'm gonna finish this beat and show you the final arrangement. Guys, I just finished this beat. It's still very simple, but I think it's very helpful for you how to understand how to create Amapiano beats. So I've added some simple drum fills, which I'm gonna show you right now. So I've just added this element right here. Just very simple, the typical Afrobeat, clap, FX, impact, how you want to call it. I've added an uplifter right here. Another kind of timbal sound. Also simple. And of course, the typical Amapiano uplifter or downlifter effect. Right here. And in the end, I've made some tweaks when it comes to mixing. I didn't really edit any new elements, so we're gonna have a listen to the final result right now. Bend some of the elements to left and right to create some stereo separation. Did that right here, as you can see. Just little tweaks. I mean, the groove on this one, still very simple but insane. Brass coming in. First the bass line. Now we could repeat the whole beat again. So it's that simple how to start creating a beat like this. Not using too much element, really adding detail when it comes to the drums. And you could definitely create something like this as a beginner. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up if you did. Also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be releasing this drum kit very soon. So keep an eye on my channel. So maybe I gave you some inspiration if you're already creating Amapiano beats yourself. And I think that's it guys. So right now I'm gonna wrap up this video. And I hope to see you in one of my next tutorials.